Hello there, dreamers. Welcome to a Reddit review in DISNEY Dreamlight Valley. Last time we got 3 events in one video. Let's see how many we can get today. Subscribe for more, and let's dive right into it. Fan-made Disney Dreamlight Valley expansion pack pitch. Ooh, interesting. Alright, let's see. Here is a pitch for what I would do if I were to make my own Disney Dreamlight Valley expansion pack. It started out as simply, what characters and critters would I want? And then it kept expanding my idea and expanding. Now it's a full pitch for a product. Disney, if you could kindly make this to make me happy, that would be great. I'm low-key joking, but also low-key serious. I want this. I put way too much work into these posts, so I hope you enjoy it. Okay, Dreamlight Valley Mystic Bay by Charmed Brittany Stronger Spears. Alright, so I see it's gonna be a nautical themed expansion, which is a great idea. It would be nice to have like underwater area. Okay, let's just keep reading. Introduction to the expansion would show these 2 main elements. Ship to world. When entering the port of world, in the main game they will see a new port open up with a ship that will travel them to the expansion pack world of Mystic Bay. Night Thorns will be bubbles. Interesting. The characters would be Princess Kida from Atlantis, Sebastian, Peter Pan, Captain Hook, Wade Ripple from Elemental. I have not watched that movie. And Milo Thatch. That's his last name? I didn't even know that. Honestly, it's a pretty good selection of characters. It makes perfect sense. I would say, though, I have a good feeling that Atlantis characters are probably gonna come through the Eternity Isle DLC when we get expansion for that DLC. But I truly believe that one of the future DLCs is going to be either fully underwater or partially underwater, and we're gonna get characters like Sebastian, Nemo. I guess we could have Captain Hook in there too, because maybe there's gonna be like an island in the middle of the ocean, and that's where he's gonna live and terrorize the surrounding waters or something like this. That is a very cool concept. I cannot say anything about Wade Ripple because I've never seen that character before. Critters, sea lions, baby dolphins, and seahorses. Technically we do have a seahorse in the Storybook Vale in Mythopia, but yeah, that's a pretty good selection of critters. And we can have water bubbles, the bubbles filled with water where the critters live when they're outside of the water. That's actually a really cool idea. That could totally be a strong feature introduced with the DLC, having underwater creatures that we can take out in a bubble. Companions could be Flounder, Flotsam, and Jetsam. I wonder why Sebastian gets to be a character and Flounder is a companion. I feel like Flounder deserves to be a full-blown character too. Swimming feature. Royal Snorkel or Royal Scuba Mask. It makes perfect sense. I've been saying this for a long time. Underwater DLC, it gotta happen. And swimming would be such a cool mechanic. Maybe if you have this DLC, you would actually be able to swim in the waters of Disney Dreamlight Valley too. We could get mermaid tails. We could get character visiting inside bubbles underwater. We could have dream styles in swimming gear. That sounds like a full-blown DLC to me. Gameloft, make this happen, please. I subscribe to this idea. And we even got the map here. We got Dazzling Deep, Atlantis, Coastal Cove, Mystic Bay Wharf. I mean, you gotta, if Gameloft is gonna do this, they gotta pay you. You basically did half of the job of making a DLC already. Oh my god, you even did the foraging items. That is so much. You spent so much work on this. Applauds. Brittany, incredible work. I found a dream snap that had Tiana in a field of cotton while voting last night, and I feel icky. And here is a dream snap. That is clearly intentionally crass. This was a challenge. Pals with paws. There is no critter. They didn't just take a random selfie. Somebody went out of their way to make this exact composition. And honestly, I do agree with the assessment of the poster. It was made intentionally racist for whatever reason. I do not understand why would somebody spend their time making something that's just gonna make people upset who are gonna vote. They have nothing to gain from this. And Yeah, I've seen the comments. A lot of people are doing extra voting this week just to find the shot so they can report it, which is totally fair. And somehow this DreamSnap actually made things like it united the whole community into doing more voting this week, which is going to be great for everyone. So at least something positive came out from it. Yeah, if you do see it in your game, absolutely report it. This is definitely not the kind of behavior we want to encourage in Disney Dreamlight Valley. Snow White, whenever you fail to catch a fish for some reason. Okay, so Snow White does have quite over-the-top reactions for most things. When she feels joy, she is twirling and like always over the top. I guess she gets really upset when we don't pull out the fish. Well, at least her heart is in the right place. Finally did it. I designed my plaza in a way that I'm happy with. This is interesting. You have the Aurora Borealis placed. I'm trying to figure out where is this placed. I think it's just placed in the middle of the plaza, right? But it kind of feels like it's on top of the castle. I didn't know you could do that. I like how very clean this design is. And you actually using some buildings from Cruella to add to the plaza to give it a little bit more of a city vibe. Wow, this is very open and minimalist, but still has a few really cool details. I bet this plaza is, first of all, super easy to find blue chests in. Second of all, it just looks great. It looks different from the default plaza. You're not gonna get stuck if you're riding a horse, and there's even some free space in the corners to add more buildings in the future. Nicely done, Curious Chameleon. Cozy with Ghee, lost somewhere between waterfalls, lily pads, and peace. That is such a beautiful, inspirational title. Yep, the builds with new waterfalls. This is great. Whatever filter is on this, it's working overtime. The water looks good, the boats, this is just flawless. I love how you covered the back of the waterfalls with the trees, so you cannot see any sky, which is great because the blue of the water is definitely the focus here. I think the shot is incredible. I wish I saw shots like this doing DreamSnap voting. We need more challenges where the focus is on the nature, more nature-based challenges, so we can just hide our avatar and just create a beautiful landscape to show off in our DreamSnaps. I hope Gameloft does more of those. Beautiful work, G, as always. Scrooge, this is literally madness. Yeah, Scrooge has the most quests in the entire game. It's ridiculous how many quests he has. Basically, he has quests for multiple events. Every single Rebuild the Valley quest for every biome. If you're new, your Scrooge is always going to have something going on. But after a while, you are not going to have to do much with Scrooge. Neither in his shop because there's going to be no new items, or with his quests because once you complete, most of them don't come back. Okay, here is something that really bugs me. Why do people say that Goofy is a cow? He is clearly a dog. Okay, so as far as I know, he is a dog, but I wouldn't use the word clearly because there are some things. Let's just say he is as much of a dog as Mickey Mouse is a mouse. Like, they completely changed the anatomy of an animal. Same with Pluto. Like, dogs don't look like this. Dogs don't have legs like this, or tails like this, or ears like this. So they cartoonized the dog into what it became, Pluto, and basically Goofy. Goofy and Pluto have very similar stature, and it's totally fine. I think people think Goofy is a cow because in one of the older movies, his girlfriend was a cow. So maybe people assumed that they were like the same species, but she clearly looked like a cow. I'm not gonna lie, when I was a kid, I thought Goofy was a walrus because of his teeth. I know, it's ridiculous. Basically, Goofy is manifestation of bunch of different animals in one. He has a rat tail, he has a walrus teeth, and I don't even know what are those ears. He's a fun character, that's what he is. Doesn't matter which species he is we all enjoy having Goofy in our valley. I recognize Goofy is a dog, but Goofy is just Goofy, and Pluto is a dog. That's the best comment to describe Goofy. Is Goofy a dog? Is Goofy a cow? No, Goofy is Goofy. That's all we need to know. Plaza rebuilt. Oh my. I love me a good city with lots and lots of parks, trees, green areas, and big open spaces. That is nothing like my valley looks like, but I like looking at them because I'm incapable of making one. Whenever I try to make a biome, it always turns into a cluttered mess. So I'm jealous, and I'm very impressed. Oh wow, Remy as a centerpiece of the plaza. What an honor. Yeah, this is great. This is my favorite kinds of plaza. Just a good balance between city vibe and still having a decent amount of parks and greenery. Fantastic work. I wonder what was the previous version of the plaza, because you say it's rebuilt. So I'm guessing it was decorated before. It was just something different. In any case, this looks great. Enjoy your new plaza. We got Winnie with Kitty Cafe. So this is an actual thing. I think they have cafes out there where you can just come, drink some coffee, and pet a cat. They literally have cats inside cafes. And they probably charge you extra for the coffee, but you get to pet a cute kitty, which I don't have to pay extra. I can just drink my coffee and pet a kitty at the same time. So my room is a cat cafe, I guess. But if I've never been in one, but if I were to imagine how it would look like, this is probably it. I can imagine it's very pink and very cozy. And this is exactly how your build looks like. Great work, Weenie. What's your abandoned biome? That's an interesting question. Let's see what people have to say. The one you really meant to decorate, but never got around to it, and now it's kind of a mess. Everyone has one, right? Or am I just neglecting my valley? For me, it's Frosted Heights. I've just let the icicles take over. Well, I did manage to decorate my entire valley, but the one that I didn't want to touch for the longest time is Sunlit Plateau. I don't know, something about it, the layout of it, the fact that it has both lakes and rivers. I guess kind of like Frosted Heights. So yeah, probably like Frosted Heights and Sunlit Plateau. It's just the structure of it, that scar area. It's really difficult to wrap my hand around it, so I let it be there for the longest time. But yeah, I'm glad that the valley is done now, and I don't have to worry my brain on how to decorate every specific area. Everything but the plaza and meadow. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. For me, it's Forgotten Lands. I just can't decide what to do with it. That was me with a Sunlit Plateau. I feel like Forgotten Lands is such a unique and specific biome that you can just come up with a build for its vibe. It could be Halloween. It could be... You can even make abandoned amusement park. Like, it's just gloomy. There are so many cool ideas to make in a gloomy area. However, for Sunlit Plateau, it could literally be absolutely anything. Forgotten Lands, because it's hard to see. I've heard this a lot. A lot of people saying that it's really hard to see in Forgotten Lands. And I agree. It is definitely darker, but I don't know. I'm kind of glad to have a biome that has such a different atmosphere inside of it. It's kind of cool in a unique sort of way, so I appreciate it. Feed the crocodiles, raccoons, their favorite food easier. Alright, let's see. I hate the red light, green light they do, so I never feed them unless I have to for the star path. I came up with this strategy. Wait until they see you. Build a smaller cage around them so they don't run away. Stand against the fence. Build a larger cage for you both. Feed. Oh, I don't know about that. You're saying that doing all of that is easier than doing a simple red light, green light game. I don't know about that. For me personally, doing the game, especially the new version of the game, when they made it so much longer, you can feed them 90% of the time in just one cycle. So you approach them, they get spooked, you wait for them to come down, and then, once again, not every time, but if the path is clear and they're close enough, you can literally get to them and feed them right away after one cycle of the game. Maximum 2, which would take maybe 15 seconds. Now, if you have to... First of all, we are assuming that your biomes are completely empty, so you can always build a fence around your critter, wherever it is. What if it's like near some other thing? Then you have to basically force them to move into an open area. I don't know. This seems like such a complex solution to such a simple problem. I'm curious if anybody else has so much trouble with this minigame that they would resort to making this solution. Okay, people in the comments raise a valid point. There is such thing as a controller drift that makes it nearly impossible to do, especially on Switch, where you can barely see which stage they're in to begin with. So this could be a viable solution if you, like, literally cannot do the minigame. It just, you either have a controller drift, or you cannot see the pose very well, or for whatever reason, if you literally... the alternative is not feeding them ever again, then I guess this could be a viable solution. But it also kind of relies on the fact that your valley is empty. So if it's not, this might not work this easily. Let me know in the comments if you have any special strategies on how to feed difficult critters like this. I would be very curious to know. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. On this note, we're going to end this Reddit review, and tomorrow is a big day. We're getting a new event, a new DreamSnap, a new premium shop, a new purchase for moonstones. No, just kidding. Don't buy it unless there is something you really want in the premium shop. But yeah, I hope I get back to 4K tomorrow, because my moonstone is just plummeting so fast. It's crazy, the value of 4K. If you think about it, it costs about $15. You are saving $15 by getting 4,000 moonstones. Crazy, right? It seems like a pretty good payment for playing game, having fun, and coming up with the beautiful shots. So I wish everybody gets 4K. I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe for more, and goodbye.
Oh, nice day we're having, isn't it?
Oh, it's wonderful. Woohoo!
Amazing. Gotta tell you, it is really beautiful here. Hey, nice to see you.